Hello, babies.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, motherfucker.
Uh-oh, plug your cord in. Hello, Bill. You can't hear either of you fucking cunts. God damn it. We try to have one good fucking show, and both you fucks can't even plug your cords in. Idiots. Richard, how are you feeling?
I was just in a battle.
I heard.
And,
I enjoyed that. Thank you.
The battle was with myself and the porcelain. Bill's no.
Bill's just fucking.
Guy wins a little bit of money at the casino, and everything goes out the fucking door.
Well, nope. It's all right, Bill. You're a fucking idiot. It's not a problem. Try one more. Oh, kind of. I heard.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, that's your computer audio, but
I don't know what the fuck's going on with it.
Well, hit the little button on the top left corner. Make sure you're under microphone. Make sure you're using it properly.
Click the where it says asshole, not asshole. Make sure you click asshole because it'll definitely tell if you're lying. And if sometimes there's a special one at the bottom that says dumb asshole, you're gonna want to click that one.
Mm-hmm. Oh
yeah,
turn it up.
How about now?
Ooh,
it's okay. Cord's giving you a little trouble.
Yeah, it's my life today.
Can you just turn up a little more? Because I can
turn it up a little more.
Is that better?
Yeah,
it's okay. I don't imagine you saying much today because I can smell the desperation from you from here.
Turn that up all the way. Turn it up all the way.
It's all the way up.
What a useless piece of shit. Ray, how are you?
I'm better than both of you.
Okay. Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show. Monday headlines, June 28th. Whew. Welcome to the show.
It's crazy how the month just flies by like that.
There you go. Every month it keeps coming around.
Sad because it's the nice weather time. You want to slow down a little bit.
It is, but every month it always comes back. Ask your mother. That's how Bill knows he can pay rent again.
That's two.
Grooming day.
Oh, that's
there it is.
way better.
Turn it down. Jesus.
Is that better?
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, I can turn it
down some more.
I can hear your liver. Yeah, I can feel that liver failing through that microphone.
Yeah, we can feel the heart pumping from the ski trip from here through the mic.
Oh, there was none of that. Oh, I'm just hurting. It was a late couple nights.
Well, good
when
for
Bill
you.
when Bill invites you over for a party for a small get together, just know it's never a small get together.
Oh, did you guys dock this weekend?
I went to his house to say hello and happy birthday and played a little asshole, and it started to get out of hand, and I said, time to go.
I stabbed someone.
Guns and knives, pussy and ash. This is the Queen's Kingdom. Okay.
We wrapped that up at 2 a.m. I'm like, oh.
I thought you were at the casino.
No, that was Friday night. I had people over. Rolled that at 2 a.m. Then I rolled that into the fucking casino trip. Pretty much. I got there like 1 yesterday.
You are a bad man. You know what? You know what would have helped you out if you were drinking white birch, which has never left anybody with a hangover. That's a proven fact. It's the best craft beer in New Hampshire. Ray, time travels and hangovers. You've never experienced them. Just nod your head yes. Stop shaking your head no. Drink responsibly when you drink white birch. And if you do, get down to the tap room and Nashville, New Hampshire, Ray, address, please.
460 Amherst Street.
The good side of Amherst Street. Make sure you get a flight. Get yourself a pint. Get yourself a hat like Bill is wearing now to hide his bald head. Don't get your friends one.
I haven't even showered yet either.
Exactly. White Birch Brewing is our place of beer selection here in New Hampshire, and it should be yours too. If you can't get down to the brewery, get it at your local beer store. Wherever you get it, tell them the Simple Minds boy sent you. White Birch Brewing. All right, boys, we're gonna bring in a friend of the program. Talk a little hockey. We're gonna start hockey, which is not where you'd think we'd start, but this is what we want to talk to with Matthew Agrippa. Here we go. Enter the chat. Remember AOL chat rooms?
Oh yeah.
That was some
That's
early
how
internet bullying.
That's how Bill met his first wife.
Hello.
Your mom wasn't on an AOL Instant Messenger.
She was. Back in the day, she was. Trust me.
Meet you all.
Hello.
Hello.
You bitches. Can you hear us?
Yep.
All right. What's going on, man? How are you?
Not bad. Not bad. How you guys doing?
Very
We're
good, man.
Good. Welcome to the program. We're gonna start hockey. Does that work with you?
Perfect.
Awesome. So, and I don't want to butcher your last name here. Is it Agrippa or Agrippa?
It's Matthew Agrippa.
Agrippa. I
Southern
see.
Italian.
Okay. All right. So with us on the program, Simple Mind Sports Show, Matthew Agrippa of the Twigs and Twine podcast.
Yes,
First
sir.
of all, actually, before we get to hockey, can you explain Twigs and Twine? Because we make a lot of sexual references on the show, generally towards each other's moms, and that's an easy one to just. That's what Ray's
It's a
mom
layup.
calls.
It's a little.
First off, is this show explicit?
Oh fuck yeah.
Fucking rights, boys. So basically, Twigs and Twine was my creation after being on a different show for a few months. I decided to go on my own, and then I called up a few buddies of mine called up a buddy of mine who I played hockey with for past 10 years. We started up episode 1, and then we got another mutual friend of ours to join up, and we're going. This Wednesday is going to be 20 weeks strong.
Good for you
Nice,
guys.
man. Good for you. So give us a little bit of your background, your hockey background. We'll get into some of the particulars here with the NHL, but so you played a little bit in the past, and
So So basically, I played minor hockey my entire life. I'm from Toronto, Ontario, up in Canada. I know this is a Boston podcast. You guys all from Boston?
Yes, sir.
New
Yes, sir.
Hampshire, yeah, outside of Boston, yeah, we claim
You guys
Boston as
stop-
our home.
When are you guys gonna burn that city to the ground up there in Toronto?
Give me one more Leafs first round exit, then we'll talk.
So
Yeah,
next year.
That's
Next year.
what
yeah,
they said
next
last
year.
time.
That's oh god, every year.
Sorry, man. Sorry. Go ahead.
So yeah, I played hockey my entire life. I'm like a stats nerd. I'm a hockey historian, just complete nerd. I'm a hockey nerd in its truest form. And with the pandemic coming up, with the pandemic ongoing, I would work part-time in a restaurant, and I'm 18. I just finished up high school yesterday or 2 days ago. And
Congrats.
so yeah,
Congrats.
with a lot. Thank you very much. So with the lockdowns going on all over Ontario, I had nothing to do, so I decided to get into the podcasting industry. And it's been like that ever since. Twigs and Twine, it's a weekly show every Tuesdays during the season, but now with the summer coming up, and he's not going to listen to this. He's not going to. Hopefully, he's not listening to this. But one of our hosts, Joey, the guy that likes to fuck off and do his own thing on Saturday nights when we usually record.
We have one of those.
You're looking at him, white t-shirt.
So we decided to switch our recording schedule around a little bit. So now we're Wednesday. We record Sundays, and we post for Wednesdays. We have interviews on every week. We try to get interviews every week. This week it's Larry Hiras, part 2. We had him on a few weeks back for his 15-20 year playing career in the States and in Europe, and we had him. That was our first interview, and then for this week it's his coaching career.
Cool, man. Well, yeah, it sounds like something we'll be tuning into, and your host is definitely listening because everyone listens to the Zoom Mind Sports Show.
Yeah.
I'll have to send him over the link when it's when the episode's posted.
Yeah, we'd like
Absolutely.
to hear the drama that comes out of this. All right, so let's talk some hockey. We do a quick show here, 45 minutes. So we're gonna bang out this hockey segment in the off season, but let's start with the Stanley Cup. The Lightning are heading back. The Canadiens are heading back for the first time since '93, right?
Yep.
Yeah, '93. As Bruins fans, seeing the Canadians in there is awful. This is the worst case scenario from these Stanley Cup playoffs that we probably could have asked for as Boston fans. Why don't you give us your where you stand with the Lightning and just a bad Matt? It's just a terrible. I have no interest in this Stanley Cup at all. Where do you come from? Coming from Toronto, do you hate Montreal as much as we do?
Oh God! So after that first round series against Montreal, Toronto, there's a live. We did a live podcast after Game 7, and for anyone who wants to hear my full extended 45-minute long thoughts, check that out. It's on our Twitter page, Twigs and Twine podcast.
How much of it was crying? And how much of it was drunk?
Sorry?
Was it how much was crying and how much was drunk?
Completely sober. Completely sober.
Oh man.
The crying came before I pressed start live.
There you go.
But yeah, so that pissed me off a lot because as a lifelong Leaf fan, and you could probably tell from the nice painting that I have in the back of Kraft Hockeyville, like obviously Toronto and Ottawa, but like I'm a lifelong Leaf fan, and that killed me. And the fact that I've been like myself and my other co-host, we've been betting on the Habs to lose in every single series, and we've got it wrong every single time. I said it, we recorded earlier today, and I said it's going to be Tampa Bay in 6 games because I will do anything to make sure to see that the Habs get knocked out again. To see the Habs get knocked out.
So Matt, are you a gambler? Do you gamble like kind of
no.
on the right? Okay.
No.
All right. Well, let's clue you in on something. You're someone that we would like to call a mush. So what I need you to do is place all of your bets on Montreal to affirm that Tampa's going to win this. Because little did we know, you're the reason that Montreal keeps winning. You keep betting against them, and they keep ruining your dreams and reciprocation our dreams. So just going to need you to bet Montreal, lose a little bit of money, and
not a lot.
I can't.
Short-term loss for the long-term gain.
Yeah,
exactly.
We can't see them raise the cup. No, absolutely not. Lightning in 4.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Or gentleman's sweep.
Yeah, I had a couple more questions. I'll throw it over to you guys. I feel like I've been talking a little bit. Ray or Bill, do you got anything for the Toronto fan?
Go ahead, Bill.
No.
What are you guys going to do this offseason? What do you think the plans are for the offseason? I mean, you guys just you bolted your roster to make it for a Stanley Cup run. You had probably the easiest run to the Stanley Cup, and now you lost. What do you think is going to happen in the offseason for you guys?
Oh God, I've done an hour and a half straight on this. I'm going to give you the quick version. Freddie Anderson in goal has got to go. $5 million a year AAV on an expiring deal. That he's gonna command around that, if not more.
We'll give you Tuukka Rask.
we got one of those guys if you're looking for him.
Yeah, but the only difference is Freddie's not out for 7 months with a torn labrum, whatever it's called.
Hip is what we call it because it's a Simple Mind Sports Show.
Yeah,
he's got a bum hip. I there's no fix. Here's the thing. I'm sorry. There's no fixing Toronto. I mean, This was your best chance. This was it. And it seems like we say that every single year that they underachieve. This was your best chance. There's just something in the water. I will say this: every dog has its day. But hockey is a really old sport in Toronto. Roots run deep. It may take 100 years. It may take a Boston Red Sox, Chicago Cub,
yeah, I've said it before.
Type of thing.
I've said it before. It looks like Toronto's the Chicago Cubs of the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
You got to start.
It's a great story, though. It's a great story. Just keep following it. And when the Cubs won, it was a little bit of a death to baseball, like not having that
there's nothing
pay attention. Yeah, even the White Sox won up right after the Red Sox too. I mean, yeah. Oh, ew. God,
can I ask both, not hockey guy Ray, but hockey guy Bill, and do you like Matt or Matthew?
Matt, Matthew, Mateo, whatever you prefer.
All right, Matt. So Carey Price in particular, who is playing out of his mind. Let's put aside the hate that we have for the Habs. If he wins a Stanley Cup, what does that do for his legacy?
Okay, so Carey Price, in my opinion, has been the best goalie of the past decade, and like his stats show it. Though the past few years he's been playing, let's call it like it is, awful by his standards. He's still Canada's goalie. He's still the number one goalie in Canada. Like the Olympics coming up next year, he's going to be the starter. No ifs, ands, or buts. No way around it. But if he wins that cup, it's like when Ovechkin won the cup. everyone, like, he has such a great legacy. He's got Ovi had scoring titles. He had I think he had a Hart Trophy in there. And people kept saying, like, detractors would say, yeah, he's won a cup. He's got the titles, he's got the accolades. Where's the cup?
Yep.
So I think if Montreal wins this cup, that is gonna further what's the right word? It's gonna further show why Carey Price should be in the Hall of Fame, which I already think he will be in the Hall of Fame based off of his track record and so far. But it'll show why he really deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, why he deserves to be among the top 10, if not top 5 goalies in history. And anybody who ever said that $10.5 million a year is an overpayment can shut the fuck up.
If he wins, that's true. Bill, do you kind of agree with that, or you have a different take on Carey Price?
No, I have. Yeah, I kind of agree with that too, because it's just, I'm going to compare another one that's probably right up there with Tuukka Rask. I mean, put a Stanley Cup on Tuukka Rask, right? That's finally validating him. He's been one of the best goalies in the same, probably the number two or three best goalie. Lundqvist is up there, and Carey Price, Tuukka Rask, the last 10 years. So I mean, just think it puts you at probably the best. None of the top guys. Lundqvist had to retire, or now he went to Washington. He went to Washington, but then his heart exploded, so he had to kind of sit up the whole year. But I mean, that's what he's looking for. He's looking for that cup to, he's been one of the best goalies of the generation, and now that just solidifies it. And like you said, Ovechkin, hell yeah. You watch him down there. So I mean, first round exit. Now he's got the cup.
What it alleviates the but from the conversation. Like Matt was saying, like Ovechkin is one of the greatest players, one of the greatest scorers the NHL has ever seen, but he never won. That got eliminated. Now it's just Ovechkin's one of the greatest scorers the NHL has ever seen, and there's no but to it. Same thing. That'll be the same with Carey Price. Carey Price is one of the greatest goalies the NHL has ever seen. Period. End of story. If they don't win this, it'll be, but he never won the cup. So tack that onto his resume.
Sorry to interrupt you there, but yeah, now you can still say the same thing about Rask. Like you mentioned, he's a great goalie, but he still never won a cup.
Oh, trust me. We know. We have the quest for the butthole tattoo. If the Bruins win with Tuukka Rask, Bill has to get a tattoo of Tuukka Rask on his butthole. We have legal documents. We have two lawyers on our side.
I'm never doing it because it's never going to happen.
No, it's pretty legitimate. But to your point, it's never going to happen. So
I mean, two cup final losses kind of speak volumes.
Hey, put some respect on his name. He's got his name on that cup.
I don't know with goalies. If you play less than 10 games in a season, I don't think you can get the cup.
He played more than that.
He played about half that season in 11.
Did he?
Then he got benched.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then he
started because he played in 2010. He was the 3-0, the Philly. And then they benched him in 2011 when they went on the run.
He's got his own Hall of Fame for shitting his pants. All right, so
you're in the active roster too, by the way. So if you're a backup goalie, you're still technically in the game because you're
But at the same time, like I know. Oh yeah, that's a good point actually. Because I know with the player rules, it's 41 games or bare minimum half the regular season games or one cup final game.
Well, there you go. Maybe he's not on the cup. I think he is though.
He is because he's on that
he's
still
on
the backup.
List.
He's still on the backup. So
all right. So let's finish this. We're gonna have you back on in a little bit, and we'll talk some Bruins stuff when the hockey off season comes on. But let me get your take here on the Tampa Bay Lightning. A stacked as hell roster, going back to back Stanley Cup visits here. If they win it, where do they lie in? I don't know. Where do however you want to define it, greatest in the last 10 years, greatest of this era, one of the best teams that we've seen since X. Where should we start talking about legacy with this Tampa team and the way that they've kind of run over the league in the last several years?
Yeah, I would compare them to the LA Kings and the Blackhawks of the first half of the decade.
Pittsburgh too later on the last couple of years with Phil.
Oh, Pittsburgh too, yeah. But because if you look at it, they have everything. They have like Vasilevsky, top 2 goalie, and like everyone talks about how insane Price has been over the course of the playoffs. Vasilevsky has the exact is within 0.2 of everything from him, whether it be higher or lower. I think he's got like a 0.02 better save percentage than Price, and like 0.2 GA worse.
Yeah. He's 4-0 too in his last last 4 clinching games or some shit like that with 4 shutouts.
Jesus.
He has not. He has not given up a goal in four
This
four
is the big
straight
time.
shutouts, dude. That guy is the best goalie in the fucking world. And they did it again, Game 7 without Kucherov. He didn't play. You know, he's banged up. You saw him kind of come back late. Well, at the start of the playoffs, they're fucking wagon, and it solidifies them. It puts them up there. The one, you know, Stamkos gets that one. It's no, you know, you put a second one on, it's no fluke anymore. Same, you know what I mean?
And I don't think it's a fluke anyway. I mean, they got that sweep that they took on in 2019 was atrocious. You know, that should never have happened. They were a wagon. They should have walked through and won that cup. Honestly, when the Bruins went there against the Blues, they didn't. They come back, and to do it, I think like coming back off that type of loss in the playoffs and then to run right through to the cup and get the cup, and now to come back again. I mean, yeah, Blackhawks.
They learned from it though.
Penguins,
they learned too.
Absolutely. Those are really good comps. You know, I don't know if we have like an early 90s Red Wings type of, I don't think any of those teams really compete to that. And I don't know if Tampa can do it because I think they're going to run up against some salary cap issues here coming up. Obviously, we know what they did this season.
I'm going to interrupt you there. They're not. Like, I'm looking at their cap friendly page right now. Like, the only players that they have to sign for this offseason is their bottom six. Like Blake Coleman aside, they have to sign their bottom six. And David Savard, they brought on as a rental. He's no more no
too.
less.
They brought him on. I think Coleman they brought on a rental as well.
No, they brought Coleman on last year.
Here's the only point I'll make to that side in the bottom. I think the reason that Tampa is as good, obviously their high-end talent is top of the league, but they run four lines at you all day long. So if you can't sign those bottom six and you drop off in that bottom six, then they're not going to be the same team. They might be able, you can't. I think that's why the Blackhawks and the Penguins and these guys are good examples, because you can't run this type of talent, this type of team out there for 10 years straight anymore. Like it is a 3, 4, 5 year run, and then things catch up with you. That's a salary cap league, and they're not going to see it on the high end, and maybe that won't hurt them. But I think that one of the biggest strengths of this Tampa team for the last several years is they run four lines at you, and all four of them can beat you. Obviously, their top end is
and their defense is fucking loaded too.
Yeah, and their defense is loaded, and like you said, best goalie in the league, probably one or two. So. I think those are good comps. Hey man, this was fun talking hockey. We hate to bounce you off here. We're gonna get to some other stuff. Let us know where we can listen to, find, and subscribe and everything else to Twigs and Twine.
All right. So like I mentioned earlier, usually every Tuesday, but now it's going to be starting every Wednesday. We post it on Spotify, on Anchor, on Apple Podcast, Overcast, Podcatcher. We're on like about 10 different platforms. You can also catch us at I think the URL is undraftedmedia.com/Twigs and Twine.
Yep.
That's about it. You can catch us on Twitter and Twitter at Twigs and Twine Pod, Instagram at Twigs and Twine Podcast. And always feel free to drop us a follow. Anyone, we're looking for some new topics for the summer to discuss on our shows when the news eventually dries up, because we're strictly a hockey show. And to be honest, I do not know a single thing about the NBA. I barely know anything about the NBA, MLB, NFL.
He's a hockey guy.
So just drop. We're always looking for new content. So any ideas, feel free to give us a shout. Our DMs are always open.
Well, we'll have you back on when we have some Bruins news that comes up. Get your opinion on it for sure.
Perfect. Looking forward to it.
Thanks for joining us.
Draft.
Yeah, we want to talk to you about that too. So we'll get to that. Maybe have back on sooner rather than later, because I know we want to get some stuff, but we ran out of time. So
all right, perfect.
Man, we'll talk to you soon.
Take it easy. It was an absolute pleasure.
Later, man.
Twigs and Twine, a little hockey talk. Bill, I appreciate you opening your eyes for our guest.
Bill.
Sorry.
It's all right.
You know what I think Bill does need, and I'm sure that he's already used this, because as dumb as he is, he does have some redeeming qualities, and this is a no-brainer. Dip into your back to basics bag and get yourself feeling right, and a natural remedy resource. What do you use there? What's the product of choice there, Bill?
I used one of the topical rollers. It's like
topical rollers for
300 milligrams. Yeah.
Old Billy Badwing, who can't lift his arm over his shoulder. That's what he relieves his stress and pain with. If Ray had any sense, he would be doing the same on his achy joints, because that frame cannot be holding up that well after this many years of
This
I don't want.
You know what helps is losing
I don't want to
weight.
get. I don't want to get into it. But if that's not a possibility for you, dip into the CBD. All natural remedies for your aches, your pains, sleeping. I've said that I put it on the bottom of my feet, gives me a beautiful night's sleep. Wherever you get it, whatever you use it for, head to backtobasicsllc.com. That's BAK, the number 2, basicsllc.com. With every order you make, you get a free sample. You're just every dollar you spend, you're getting something back for free. It's an absolute no-brainer. Backtobasicsllc.com. Natural CBD remedies.
I
All right,
like,
let's go.
hold on. I like how you, in the email, the break for that. I like it.
what?
First of
No,
all, thank you for reading the email. Second of
welcome.
all, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
God damn it! I gotta look at it.
Just the way it's typed, just it has me dying.
Oh, I've been drunk since 10 a.m. I've been.
Oh, all right.
It's been a day, my friend. Let's do some baseball talk. The fuck are the Yankees dead? Red Sox
they're fucking terrible.
Red Sox sweep the Yankees. What are they? 5-0, 6-0.
6-0.
6-0 against them this year. Obviously, 3 games. That's Rich, you idiot. Man. First of all, look, the Yankees are dead. But Bill, I know we're not completely through June yet, but come on. Are the Red Sox for real? What? We'll get to the Rays series on Tuesday. We're going to do an Dark 30 talk, and we'll talk about that Rays series, which was disappointing. However, you sweep your rival. You're 6-0 against them. You're right there for the division lead. You're technically one of the best teams in the AL. I know your pitching is a gigantic question mark, but Evaldi comes out again, pitches a fucking gem. I don't know. You got to start thinking they're for real. You're, as the biggest skeptic of the Red Sox on this panel, where are your thoughts now?
I mean, they're definitely a playoff team. I think I'm buying into that, but they need. There's holes there. Pitching, I don't trust his pitching still. But it's kind of looking at the other division again. You're beating up on the other division. You did just lose 2 out of 3 to Tampa, which hurts. Now, I think you fell back behind first place.
You're still a half game out.
No, you're half a game. Yeah, even after.
Or you might have. I didn't look at standings today after the win, but you're tied or a half game out.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, it's going to be a dogfight. I think Tampa is a better team. But they just lost Glass now, so they just have better pitching, and that's going to be the one factor. And I don't trust the Yankees. They're fucking terrible, dude.
We're a half game up for first place.
Yeah, okay.
Also, Bill, are you moving away from the 82, 83 wins for the season now? Or are you thinking now after this sweep and what they've done with the Rays that they could be better than that?
Yeah, probably, because I mean, if I put them in that playoff territory, you probably got to be closer to 90, 85, 86, so somewhere up there. But again, I still don't trust the pitching.
So is that the Cups now? 85, 86 instead of 82, 83?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. Also, not only am I going to pray for Rich's butthole, but pray for the fear boners because Garrett Cole, he's got the sticky icky. He scared him. Only 5 innings pitched today. What do you get? 6 runs, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, only 6 Ks. Fear boners are going down quicker than the Yankees are right now. I'm sorry, Bill.
Still in first place, baby. Chicka.
Pray for the fear boners.
Pray for the fear boners.
Yeah, the sticky. What'd you call it? The sticky icky scared him.
Yeah, because he since that came out and he hasn't been able to use it. He is not that fucking ace that the Yankees need. He had that one good game, or not. It wasn't even a good game. He had that game against Detroit where he struck out. It's Detroit though.
Donaldson a couple times. That was like a good fuck you to him. But that was
the Twins. Yeah,
the Twins. Yeah, that was before. Yeah, what did I say? Detroit. That was a good fuck you. But yeah, since last Monday when they started testing for the sticky. These fucking guys, except for Nate Evaldi, good for him, and Pavetta, suck it, Bill. We'll get into it on Tuesday, but first of all, you throw a no-hitter through 6 2/3 and you get bowled.
That's not a no-hitter. It's no-hit innings. Never mind.
You're throwing a no-hitter through 6 2/3. I know it's not a no-hitter. Like, this is my point. I'm aggravated by it. And the idea of teams throwing no-hitters, fuck that noise. What a stupid.
I've always said,
God, I hate that.
The no-hitter is the most overrated thing in all of sports. I'm so sick and tired of it. It's
by one guy. How about if a team doesn't?
Who gives a shit?
Even worse.
Yeah, but they'll have 12 walks. AJ Burnett threw a no-hitter like 2003 with 9 fucking walks. 9 walks.
He probably lost like the Red Sox did in that Nick Pivetta.
Didn't he have a run in that
no-hitter.
game too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was someone that's gave up a couple because he walked the bases loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's so stupid.
It is a stupid stat, but the idea of pulling a guy who's throwing a no-hitter with 6 2/3, there's a man on second.
I'm letting him finish. I'm letting him finish the inning.
You got to let him finish the inning.
106 pitches.
Fucking nerds, Ray.
The nerds called down to the dugout. Cora, he's almost at 100. You got to pull him. He's going to hurt his arm.
He's
at
seen this guy
106,
3
right?
times. There's
Yes.
no chance in hell he gets this guy out. You got to get him out of there.
Oh, even Maven.
Oh, no. Oh, no. The problem is the Pavettas of the world and everyone, they're on board too. Like Pavetta's sound out of that game was, I wanted to stay in. I like Nick Pivetta, first of all. I don't know if I've made this clear in this program. I think he's a gamer. I think he's a good pitcher. He's a good 3-4 starter pitcher, whatever. I think he wanted to stay in there. He said so, but he also understands that we're playing by the numbers here, and he got why he got pulled, and he's not that mad about it. Unlike a guy like Sale or Scherzer or someone who would have fucking you do not come out to that mound.
No,
You don't.
They're not taking. If that's Chris Sale right there, Max Scherzer, you're not going out there to take him out of the game. All right.
No, he would have thrown the ball at Cora.
Post
fucking head. Fuck
post
you,
Tommy John,
nerds.
yes. Post Tommy John, yes. But Jesus, not before. I would have at least let him finish the inning. Let him get out of the jam. Let him just give. I get it. You're in a tight race with Tampa. We talked about last week, trying to not to throw the series away. You're in there like that, but I mean, you're up. 6 2/3. You got 106 pitches. I probably would have even brought him back out. Let him get up to the 120, 130 range and see how far you go.
Yeah,
Give the kid a chance to at least throw it, even though I think it's over fucking rated. But he was dealing. And the pitch count is bullshit. When you're coming up on the All-Star break, we've talked about going for a 6-man rotation. You can give him an extra day or two of rest. You push his starts back. There's ways to build more rest. You can go the bullpen game, skip a start, and boom. It's the same bullshit. It's just let them at least try. Even if they lose, just fuck it.
Yeah, let him at least finish the inning. That's all I wanted. Finish the inning. Let him fucking finish the inning. Then from there, see how he's doing, see how his comfort level is. If he doesn't want to go back out, obviously he's going to want to, but pull him then. Don't pull him in the middle of the inning.
Well, that just shows you the young pitcher between him and Chris Sale, because Chris Sale's not coming out of that game. No. None of these guys are even coming out. I don't even think they probably would have pulled Evaldi out of that game. That's
Evaldi threw. What do you throw? Like 100 and he was close to like 117, 119 the other day.
What
he went 7 2/3.
It's fucking June. Like I don't understand. Like I can understand April, May, but June. Come on, let him fucking pitch.
Hey, here's something. Tune in on Tuesday for our Dark 30 show, where we'll be talking a lot of baseball, all Red Sox. Bill's going to try and stay awake for that. It's coming up. We're going to record it in 15 minutes and 10 minutes. Sorry, Bill, 10 minutes. And it'll be a 20-minute show before Bill leaves. Before we get to that, we got to talk a little bit NBA. Let's start with this. The Blazers get Chauncey Billups. Was that the Celtics guy?
Yep. Former Celtic, NBA champion, players coach because he's so young. That was the guy. It wasn't Becky Hammond. It was definitely Chauncey Billups.
Chauncey Billups was the Celtics' first-round pick. They made him an offer. He said no because he wanted the Blazers job. Okay,
hold on. And now Dame's
what's out? He wants to say, see ya.
Yeah, that news came out right before the show. Dame wants out now.
This is why it's a better question. Did Chauncey Billups make the right choice?
No, he did not. Because you want to go to. So you're not going to have Carmelo Anthony. You won't have Dame. So you're going to be rolling with CJ McCollum as your star player.
I read an article too that he might be available, and the Celtics should target him.
Well, if Dame leaves, they're going to blow it up.
Yeah, and CJ McCollum might be a guy to fucking target.
Maybe Chauncey knows that. Maybe he wants full reign. Maybe he wants to take on startup and go. I don't know why you would.
Portland's one of those markets that it's not an NBA market that you can get these big free agents to come to, or I don't know why you'd want to go there and try to start that.
They chased away one of their best players ever in LaMarcus Aldridge, who was with Damian Lillard.
Well, no, he was ring chasing.
But still, like you're playing him with Damian Lillard, who was a fucking monster.
Yeah.
You were ring chasing, but you were ring chasing with an old Durant. I mean, an old Duncan. Yeah. You got swept at the first round. You won the championship and got swept in the first round.
Yeah.
Which does make you question if I would have played devil's advocate on the Celtics and was he their first choice who denied it? If you just look at it logically, why would he deny the Celtics job to take the Portland job because of everything we just said? But in my gut, I think it's real because unless Sam Cassell was the guy. Look, it was Sam Cassell, Chauncey Billups were the names out there, and Jason Kidd and whoever else, which I don't think were real. I think Chauncey Billups and Sam Cassell were real, and Becky Hammond was there. I don't think Becky Hammond's turning down a job, especially from the Boston Celtics. As much as we want to give him shit, it's still the Boston Celtics in the NBA. Sam Cassell, everything around him's been quiet. We haven't heard a damn thing out of him, so it doesn't sound like he's getting an offer. So it had to have been Billups. But now you ask, like, why would you go to fucking Portland when you have Boston right here with
just
two young all-stars? He might hate Boston.
Bad taste in his mouth from them dealing him. Maybe.
Yeah, or he's on the Kyrie cult train. Maybe he just thinks everyone's a racist prick.
And maybe he got worried about the Jays being insufferable cunts and that he doesn't want to come deal with that bullshit.
That might be it. Mm-hmm. When does Becky Hammond get a job, or any woman? When does the NBA? It feels like this was pretty close.
Orlando Magic.
Yeah, Magic seems like. Who else is left?
There's Magic, Wizards.
You think so you think it happens this year?
I think the Magic. She's going to land a job with the Magic this year.
Really?
I think.
Jot that down, Ray.
Didn't the Magic have it? They were
Already
interested in her at 1.2 last year.
I like it. I mean, I would have.
Well, think about it.
If Becky Hammond went to the Celtics, I've said this on this program. If Celtics hired Becky Hammond, I think with the support of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and the way that they carry themselves in the social justice community and everything else that they have going for them, and being of that age that they think differently from they think of everyone as equal and such, and they have respect for Kara Larson was the assistant coach on Celtics.
Yeah, they would have hired her.
They have experience with her. I think that would have worked out fucking awesome, at least in the short term. I would have loved it. But yeah, so I think it's close. Ray, you think it's this year?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Orlando, they don't have any superstars on that team anymore. Cole Anthony's their one promising guy, but other than that,
Jonathan Isaac's there, right?
But they have no one. It's not like a big, and the market down there, it's Disneyland. So do they really care? It's Florida. Like Amanda said when she was on the show, Florida doesn't give a fuck about sports.
No taxes, though.
You put her down there. I mean, that's a very open community. They're big into the LGBT community. So that's another thing. So why not bring her down there? Be the first woman ever to coach an NBA team. That'd be perfect.
Hey, why not?
Hey,
I wouldn't take it if I was Becky.
Neither would I.
Fuck.
I'd hold out. Well, isn't
thanks, but no thanks.
I'd hold out and wait for Steve Nash to get banged.
Hold on, is New Orleans available too?
New Orleans is the other one. Yeah, sorry. There's 3 left.
That'd be nice.
That'd be interesting.
For her, Lonzo and Zion.
I'd love to see it. And I'd love to see her kick some ass across the league too. I think there's so many fucking bums, so many retread bums in all professional sports at the head coaching position. So not good old boy, but buddy, like who it's gotten stale. So I would like to see that happen. Speaking of getting stale, the Mavs hired Jason Kidd. Ray, actually, I'm going to go right to Ray. Was this Friday or Saturday that we had an angry text exchange? As soon as they hired Jason Kidd, I said,
"It's Friday. You both hated me."
Luka Doncic will be available in 2 years, and I got so angry with Ray's response that I would like you to try and
What do I say it live on the air? No, I'll say it all live. Mark Cuban owns the team. He's not going to let Luka Doncic go for nothing. He's going to be on this team. If Luka doesn't like Jason Kidd, he's going to get bounced. This is Luka's world that you guys are living in now, boys. He is going to own the Dallas Mavericks. Whatever he wants, Mark Cuban's going to make happen. There's no way he's going to let the best player in the NBA that's going to be the best player in the NBA go. No fucking way.
And my response to that, Bill, was he doesn't have a fucking choice. Have you watched the NBA in the past 10 years? Have you watched Kevin Durant become a mercenary?
It's a player's fucking league, Raymond.
He can do anything he wants. Luka Doncic can do anything, literally anything he wants.
But I'm saying Mark Cuban's going to make it so he doesn't want to leave.
If he wants to come in, he's like, how? If he wants out, he wants out.
If he wants to play with anyone, he's going to get him.
What if he doesn't like Jason Kidd? They're going to keep hiring coach after coach after coach? No, okay. What are you going to pay $100 million a year for fucking fired coaches' salaries?
Let me talk to you from a real standpoint of look.
That's kind of how the text exchange went right there.
Luka's what, 25 years old?
No less than
20.
He was like 23,
22. Okay, look, young people, all people, any people need leadership. and they thrive on good leadership. They want leadership. So if Mark Cuban just keeps throwing out whatever Luka Doncic thinks he wants at 22 years old and he keeps failing in front of him, he's not going to stay with the Mavs just because he gets what he wants. It's not going to happen. That's not how it happens. And it's
LeBron
Dallas.
James got whatever he wanted in Cleveland, and look at that did for him.
Pat Riley said that he would fire
22.
everybody in Miami right now if LeBron James wanted to come back. He said it to a reporter.
And got fined. And he got fined for it.
Yeah,
$500
and he had
grand.
to pay some money for fucking tampering. This is the NBA, Ray. You're an idiot. And the bigger point is Jason Kidd, who beat his wife for 10 years and failed in New Jersey and failed in,
He blew her kisses, though.
in Milwaukee.
That was Doug Christie, wasn't it?
No,
Didn't
it's Jason Kidd,
deserve a
too.
job. Didn't deserve a job because he sucks at coaching and seemingly he's a prick. And they hired this guy in Dallas. Why? Because he was a point guard similar to Luka. What a fucking mistake. What a mistake. Come
you
on.
had it, and
2
you had a
years.
good coach with Rick Carlisle. I don't care. Like, I thought he would have been a perfect coach for the Celtics.
I like Rick
He
Carlisle.
didn't know.
He wouldn't have worked here because everything that's gone on. I think you needed.
No,
a
I know
different-
he didn't check
You
any
need
boxes,
He
diversity.
didn't check enough boxes, and I think that's a real thing. But I mean,
but his
Rick
resume
Carlisle's-
did.
Yes, of course. Rick Carlisle is a great coach. He hasn't won a playoff series in like 10 years, but he's a good coach.
He's had some bad teams. Derek's fucking crippled back, running up and down the court.
Either way, Ray, bottom of the totem pole of dumb. When Luka Doncic forces his way out of Dallas, we'll come back to this. Suns are up 3-1. Congrats, Bill.
Congrats, Bill.
Yeah, baby, my sons. Let's go.
He's actually wearing pretty close to Phoenix attire.
Yep.
If that was a dirty wife beater instead of a dirty white tee, you'd nail it.
Mhm.
Yep.
Hawks turned into pumpkins. Do you think this is it? I mean, the fucking Bucks annihilated them
One
after they
game.
got
What's
embarrassed by
that?
Trey.
2-1, right?
It's 1-1
1-1. They're
Oh, it's
playing
1-1.
tonight.
All right.
Sunday night.
Oh yeah. What were they up? They were up 49 or 50 at one point, weren't they? Oh.
If Trey Young doesn't own the game, then the Hawks don't have a chance. Was kind of my point from the beginning. The problem is Trey Young has a chance to own 4 of these games.
Yep. He's going to.
Okay, Ray's got his opinion out there.
Drew, don't sleep on Drew Holiday there too. I mean, he's
I
a
love
good.
Drew Holiday.
He's a plus defender, and you're seeing it on Trey Young. And
4
you can,
first-round picks for Drew Holiday.
and you can run Chris Middleton.
That's
at him,
fucking
too.
crazy.
Yeah.
Or was it 5? I think it
It
was
was
4 and a
4.
pick swap.
And 1 or 2 pick swaps, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
The
it
other
was more
3,
than
yeah,
4,
it was 4, and then the years
3
in
pick
between.
swaps. Yeah, you're right.
The year in between were the pick swaps.
And they gave him a max deal.
Yeah.
Fucking
Drew
crazy.
fucking Holiday.
Dude, go good. I mean, they're in position. They should win.
I
They
got
should
Phoenix.
be. They
That's
should
Phoenix,
be
too.
favored.
Phoenix is
I got
no
Phoenix.
fucking way. Phoenix is taking this thing, man.
If CP3 can stay healthy, I got Phoenix.
Well, I guess they're not going to win.
So give me the Bucks.
Did he get hurt?
No, he just never stays
he
healthy. It's the
will.
playoffs, man.
He came back.
back
He
from
should
COVID.
take tomorrow.
He looked
He
pretty
should
good
take.
back, too.
He should take the next game off. They're up 3-1. Just like take it
Yeah.
easy. Take it easy, Chris. Let's finish the show with a little Tom Brady talk. We keep getting these snippets out of this fucking guy. Quote when
So
asked
insufferable.
when asked the question, quote, I'm gonna fuck you up because of that. When asked or when telling the story about one team that passed on him, who originally said that they had interest in him or had an offer for him. I think this is the Saints. We talked about it in our text exchange over the weekend that Brady was close to signing with the Saints. It was all about Drew Brees, who was contemplating retirement. Drew Brees ended up coming back. That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, but I really think Chicago. I know.
Well, think.
kept
Sorry to interrupt
Trubisky.
you,
I
but
just-
think of
yeah.
the parameters. So this team said that we have an offer for you, and then retracted it.
Oh yeah, then there's the Saints.
I have
they,
one.
They,
I
were
have
Or
a different-
San Francisco.
no.
That's the one I think it is. San Francisco, because they couldn't trade Jimmy G, so they didn't have the cap space, so they couldn't get him. And I think they pulled it back and he said, I'm going to fucking make your life miserable.
I could see that.
Yeah, I just feel like the Saints makes a lot of sense because like you're waiting on Drew Brees' answer. That's why you're reaching out to Brady.
And also, when was that quote? I'm going to fuck you up for this. Did he know that he was going to go to Tampa after into the division? You beat him in the playoff. You beat like you ran through him.
He
did fuck
ruined
him up.
Drew Brees' career.
Is the quote real? Did he just make it up after the fact, knowing that he beat up on the Saints?
Probably.
Like,
Fuck this guy. Fuck him.
he's getting a little old, isn't he?
Old, insufferable. That
He's
fucking
getting
prick.
a little fucking old with his cocky
Oh
and arrogance.
man, I hope he drowns next year in the Super Bowl parade.
And I don't think that this is biased to say this. I think that if he was talking like this on the Patriots, I think we would get kind of sick of it too. I like cocky and arrogance.
I got sick of it for the last couple of years.
I like cocky
before
and
that.
arrogance, but I think that we like the guys to do it on the field. I mean, he was a prick on the field. Everybody knows it, and we like that about him. But if he was coming out and press conferences and doing interviews and talking about how fucking great he was and how awesome he was, I think most of New England will kind of get sick of that. We just don't like that type of.
No, they don't, because he's down in Tampa and most of New England's sucking his dick
that's fucking
still.
true too. All
True.
right,
Good
everyone's
point,
an
Bill.
asshole. This has been the Simple Mind Sports Show. Monday headlines, June 28th. We'll see you on Tuesday for our O Dark 30 baseball show. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ray, you gonna wear that jersey to Carolina?
Yeah, why not? Is there a lot of Native Americans down there?
What does that mean?
Well, I'm wearing an Indians jersey.
Oh no, I meant the Brady jersey.
Oh, fuck that, no.
Oh, you owe us. Right?
Well, you owe me,
Bill,
and
fuck
you
you,
owe
you
me,
have-
so yeah, you both owe me, so no.
Bill, if we want this guy to show his tits off in a Brady jersey, you're gonna have to read a poem, and I'm gonna have to sing WAP.
All right.
Sooner rather than later.
The bottom of the totem pole of dumb has the leverage at this point. We need to change that. This is not a position that I'm used to, nor am I comfortable with.
You're not comfortable because you're shit.
I agree.
Yeah, there's a turd that's trying to leave my butthole as we speak, but can't. I've tried, but it's trying. And yeah, it's like, oh man, I had to.
The I-95 one was pretty good. That was
Like
good.
an I-90 traffic jam. Just a little bit of leakage in the breakdown lane. No, there's a movie where there's like a spaceship that's moving, but it's moving at like in a different space and time, so the time is going much, much slower for them. But over
Interstellar.
here, is it Interstellar?
Yeah, with Matthew McConaughey.
And it's like you can see it moving, but it's not moving that much, but it's moving. But then life is just going on. That's
When
what
they have
is-
when they have the video chats, they're like way older. Every
Yeah.
time they're outside, it like makes a tick.
That movie confused the shit out of me.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't
a
say,
day
Ray.
Going, yeah.
I was fucking like, what did I just watch?
Anyway, that's what my butthole feels like.